This episode is brought to you by Barenet Blinds.
Welcome to Season 8 of Working Class Hunter. We're excited to share our adventures from last season with you. There's a lot of highs and lows, and this season is filled with several firsts. We hope you enjoy watching as much as we enjoy bringing these adventures to you. We're starting the season off with a couple great turkey hunts. Up first is Brandon Anderson. Brandon manages all of our social media and edits most of the video content you see there. We can't thank him enough for all the time and effort he puts into keeping those pages relevant. Brandon's been filming hunts for several years, but hasn't been able to seal the deal on a turkey while self-filming. Turkeys can be especially difficult due to their keen eyesight. They pick up on every little movement, so managing your main camera plus second angle cameras, all while also getting your gun ready, presents some significant challenges. But that's why we do what we do. We love the challenge of not only the hunt, but also capturing it on film so we can bring these hunts to you. On this hunt, the turkeys really didn't want to cooperate, but through patience, perseverance, and some calling skills, Brandon was able to finally seal the deal on his first self-filmed gobbler.
So the game plan is to head out to my mother-in-law's property in Indiana for the opening day of turkey season. I'm taking off work on Wednesday. I've got to go to Chicago the following 2 days. So I'm going to get the job done. When I get out there, I'm excited. I'm self-filming for the first time a turkey hunt. Turkeys were already gobbling as I was walking to the blind, getting everything set up. And I could hear them in the distance. I knew where they were. I've hunted this property for 2 years prior during turkey season, and I was set up in a spot where I had successfully harvested turkey last year.
Good morning. It's finally opening day of Indiana turkey season. Been waiting a while for it. I think Indiana's probably the latest turkey season that I know of. Got a beautiful morning starting. Birds should be getting on the ground here in a bit. I've got 2, maybe 3 gobbling kind of straight off to my left. They're probably in another field point, but not too far. I know that they usually roost over there, or they roost over to my right, down in the creek bottom. I've got them coming up past the trail camera. So hopefully we can make it happen. First time using a strutter decoy this morning, so hopefully that doesn't scare them. I have a full moon tonight, or last night. Don't know if that affects turkeys anyway, but obviously they're gobbling their heads off right now, so it shouldn't cause an issue. Well, we're coming up on 7:40 a.m. Sun's starting to come up pretty good. Gobblers are starting to quiet down just a little bit, especially the ones off to my right. The 2 that are closest to me seem like they've stayed in the same spot. Maybe have went a little bit farther away, unfortunately. But nothing seems to be getting closer, which is unfortunate. Been trying to call very little. I don't want a hen to take a gobbler away, which happens quite frequently. Only heard 2 gunshots, even though there's turkeys gobbling like crazy this morning. I've even heard them real far away. So we'll hang in here. Hopefully that 9 to 11 slot seems pretty good, but we're going to tough it out till then. Got a hen coming towards us straight down the wood line. I don't think she's got a gobbler though with him.
This segment is brought to you by Redmond.
Well, we've made it to 9 o'clock. Haven't heard anything in a while. Haven't had anything really respond to me in the last half hour. My hen has finally went away as it's gotten a little bit overcast. I'm feeling that might be an issue with them talking. Can at least hang out for 2 more hours. Hopefully this midday stuff gets popping off as the hens go nest. Well, it's 11:15. I was planning on leaving and packing up at around 11. But about 10:20, 10:30, I had a gobbler start going crazy over here to my left. Sounded a little bit farther than what it was this morning. So I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if he wants to come this way. I'll probably give it till about 11:30. Make a decision then.
As I was waiting for time to go on and being patient, I was messing around with my camera, and I realized that there was an issue with my lens. Trying to resolve that issue or come across a resolution for it, it would allow me to waste some time, and soon enough I realized that the turkeys were getting a lot closer, to my surprise. And just as I had finally figured out everything and I felt confident that if a turkey would come in that I would be able to successfully film it, the group of turkeys that I was talking to came right over the hill, and as soon as that happened, I knew it was ready to go. Once the turkeys crested that hill to where I could see their heads poke up, I immediately grabbed my gun. I got the camera rolling, made sure it was working, and at that time I looked back up and the turkeys were almost running to my decoys. They got up to my decoys, and I was waiting to see if they would want to fight my decoy, have any interaction with the decoys, and at that point in time I started to realize, hey, they're a little bit uneasy with this situation, and I almost thought that this hunt could go south right then and there. That's when I saw they perked their head up after a weird sound on the neighboring property, and that's when I know, hey, I need to pull the trigger or this hunt might not be successful. Well, I got it done on opening morning. I didn't think it was going to happen. I stopped hearing a whole bunch, and I was planning on heading out at 11, and here it is, 11:15, 11:20, and these jokers come running in. That was exciting. I was hoping they'd come in and mess with the decoys a little bit, but they're probably 3 kind of younger toms, so they didn't want to beat up too much. But before they dispersed, I picked the one that seemed to be the most dominant, and I pulled the trigger, and we got a turkey down. 10:20, 10:30, when they started gobbling again, they were going down the creek, down farther in this field, and I'm like, if they keep on going that way, I'm never going to see them. So I made some loud calls on my ash call, and they ended up working their way up into this field up here. That's a relative of property who I'm hunting on, and they came straight at me. Let's go get this turkey, blow up some phones, and take some good pictures. I'm excited.
shoot, there goes a hen went back here behind me. First time using a strutter decoy. I've got the Higdon Apex. But here he is. Man, look at those colors.
After the shot, I realized that the job was done. I went out and put hands on my first self-film turkey. I was proud of myself to overcome all these little challenges, and it being right there in front of me, the long morning and being patient made it so much more worth it.
Can't be more proud of this bird. Came in like a shoestring after all the hens went to nest. Man, I wish he would have came in first thing this morning, but I waited him out. Almost 11:20, 11:15 is when him and his two other buddies came out, and the rest is history.
Congrats on your first self-filmed gobbler, Brandon. Way to kick off the season. Now that Brandon has punched his tag, it's Candice's turn.
That was short.
It's the quickest turkey hunt I've ever been on. I've sitting in a blind. I've never been able to get one off the roost. But I think we could consider this one. Oh my God, and they're just still going.
Candice started deer hunting with Brandon a couple years ago, and now she's ready to see if she can take down a big old tom. This is the stuff dreams are made of. It's action-packed from the beginning and might just have set expectations a little too high for every hunt after this for Candice. Let's get into it.
Never in my life thought I'd hunt turkeys, and seeing the excitement on my friends' faces and hearing the turkeys and understanding more about why people hunt turkeys to begin with got me thinking that maybe I could do this. So first week of turkey season, on a Friday, I practiced shooting the gun. On that Sunday, I get my first turkey. And it couldn't have been a better hunt. When we got to my mom's property, it was a beautiful morning, pretty quiet. We did scare a couple turkeys walking in.
Listen to them go.
I got turkeys, otherwise maybe 30 around me right now.
It felt like a good day. Like it just seemed like the weather lined up.
This is my very first turkey hunt where I'm the one shooting. I've only been on a handful of turkey hunts with other people. Oh my gosh. Never been on one though where they've got turkeys, so
Everything seemed perfect.
this is exciting. I never thought I would turkey hunt myself. My husband here got me into hunting and shot the 12 gauge for the first time Friday night and decided that I can do this. And I'm grateful to hear turkeys already early this morning, so we'll see how today goes.
We are set up pretty good. We got turkeys close all around us. Opening morning, I was able to harvest a nice turkey out of this exact same blind in the same spot, so let's hope we can do that for Candice here.
Fingers crossed. Check in with you guys later.
So we called a little bit, get their attention more, and then to my surprise, This segment is powered by Dark Energy.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
That was short.
It's the quickest turkey hunt I've ever been on. I've sitting in a blind. I've never been able to get one off the roost. But I think we could consider this one. Oh my god, and they're just still going. I hunted till 11:20 on opening morning. We got it done before 7 o'clock today.
30 minutes. But I was worried that I had missed my chance.
Several times.
I didn't want to shoot the decoy. I didn't want to shoot the 360 camera. And then there was one time, I don't know if you noticed, probably not because you're watching the camera, but I went to pull the trigger and I had stopped because he moved. I think he moved face on. So I stopped. But 5 other turkeys came in on these two, kind of spooked them. And so they went back where they came from. And the other 5 didn't look like they were going to come in at all. They looked like they maybe would have fought the other 2, if anything. But they kind of went in the woods, and then when those 5 disappeared, the other 2 came back out, and I was like, okay, this is my chance. But then they kept going to the left, and to the point where my window wasn't open. If the other window had been open, then I technically could have, but the other 5 came back out of the woods, and that, I think, along with Brandon's calling for me, kind of got him back in the action, and that's all she wrote. That's all I needed was that other opportunity, and as soon as he safely got away from the decoy, I did it.
My husband was over the moon, and I was in shock, but so happy and proud, and just seeing that turkey in person, getting to take it home, first time ever, probably took the shot within 30 minutes or less of even being there and set up. I think we took more time taking pictures and things, celebrating afterwards, than the actual hunt itself. And that's something I'll never forget, and it makes me excited to go next year.
Good job. But I am so proud of you for getting interested in turkey hunting, and you could finally see how exciting it is now. So proud of you that you shot the shotgun. It kicked your butt.
It did. But the first time I shot it, which was only...
The second time, the only 2 times that you've shot the shotgun.
Yeah, it was only less than 48 hours ago that I shot it for the first time, and I was like, man, that bruised me. It was like, I can do it, but wasn't sure how it would go, and...
I wasn't behind the trigger. I was behind the camera. We had turkeys all around us pretty close, and I didn't even expect that. I figured we'd be sitting here till mid-morning, even early in the afternoon. We had a group of gobblers that was close to us, but as soon as they hit the the ground. Seemed like they were going the opposite way. And I tried to be aggressive on the esh call to see if I could get them to come in. It seemed like they were making their way closer, but then all of a sudden, what was it? The turkey was spitting and drumming, or we heard the wings scrape on the ground.
Or and a little bit of both. And
the sucker was right next to the blind. I mean, if we would have put our hand outside the blind, we could have grabbed his neck. But
it's crazy how they just snuck in like that, because we heard them some back that way in the beginning, and then we just stopped hearing them, and we only heard the ones coming directly from there. So
put on a great show.
It was a ride.
There's nothing cooler than watching someone take their first turkey. Over the last few years, we made a concerted effort to get our wives involved into the show. They've helped us in the background more than anyone can imagine, but they weren't hunters, more like support staff. In the last couple of years, they've started to show an interest in hunting, so we've made an effort to get them into the woods to experience what hunting is all about. And let me tell you, they've not only loved it, they have excelled at it. This season, the ladies of Working Class Hunter have 7 kills, including turkeys, does, bucks, and even with archery equipment. As hunting numbers continue to decline, it's vitally important that we as hunters do our duty to recruit new hunters into the ranks, whether that be our friends, children, or our spouses. We need to stop the trend of declining numbers so that we can ensure we have great enough numbers that our rights to hunt can never be reduced or taken away. Work hard, hunt harder. It's time to get back to work.
Well, here he is. Well, here he is. We had a pretty good... Well, here he is. Stop it!
What am I doing? It just doesn't feel natural anymore.
Well, here he is.